This year is the 25th anniversary of the Coastal Wetlands Protection, Planning, and Restoration Act, or CWPPRA. And 25 years old, it's actually one of the grandfathers, if you will, of coastal restoration programs right here in South Louisiana. We've been building cities and roads for millennia, but coastal ecosystem engineering and coastal restoration is a relatively new science. And this program has allowed us to learn many, many lessons on the 150 projects that have been built and designed, and the 100,000 acres plus of wetlands that have been either restored or protected. So, today's ceremony is really a celebration of what we've been able to do over the last 25 years, and then to talk about some of the keys to our success.
We're here today celebrating commemorating the 25th anniversary of the CWPPRA program. And the CWPPRA program is one of the first funding programs to help us restore coastal Louisiana. It was authorized in 1990, and we were here today to highlight some of the progress that's been made in the CWPPRA program over the last several years. But I think our message is here today is that progress is being made to address the crisis that we face in coastal Louisiana. And the CWPPRA program is an important component of that success story. And while the CWPPRA program stands to end in 2019, we are calling on Congress to reauthorize the program so those funding streams continue into the future as we continue to make progress to restore and protect coastal Louisiana.
I think it's tremendous. I remember back in the mid-'80s when we first started talking about this, and when it finally passed in 1990, some of the talk was, do we need to have a sunset for this? Because after 10 years, the job should be done. Well, here we are 25 years later, and the job is clearly still with us. But we've accomplished more than a lot of people thought we would, less than we hoped to. But I think it's a leader in the country, certainly.
This program, the CWPPRA program, is currently authorized through 2019. There's still obviously a lot to learn and a lot of work to do, to help turn the tide of a coastal land loss here in South Louisiana. And we hope that CWPPRA is going to be around a lot longer than 2019.
Specifically with the CWPPRA program, so Congress has actually got to pass legislation to reauthorize the program and then to provide, which will allow the funding to be provided from the federal level. So a piece of legislation has been introduced, is my understanding, that was in that is either passed the House or will soon pass the House, and then it has to be, ultimately passed through both houses of Congress and then signed by the President to continue the funding of this critical program.
Clearly, we just need to keep doing what we've done. I think we need to be aware that we have not only the land and the barrier islands to save, but we also have communities. I mean, from my perspective, with the Coalition to Restore Coastal Louisiana, and from a social work perspective, with the Catholic Church, it's a matter of preserving a culture, a way of life, and that's intimately tied to the land. And so, I think what we have to do is just to continue to recognize that the land is here, it's for our children and our children's children, and it's all part and parcel of a healthy environment.
It's a great day. I mean, I think that a tremendous amount of progress has been made. If you look at the amount of land that the CWPPRA program has been able to build on its own, strictly the CWPPRA program was able to build over 112,000 acres of land in coastal Louisiana and protect an additional 350,000 acres of land. That's a success story that needs to be told to the people of South Louisiana, that progress is being made to restore and protect coastal Louisiana, and that progress is going to continue well into the future.
It's great that we have so many folks from the local community, from parishes, from the state, and then from the 5 federal agencies that participate in CWPPRA. Really, one of the keys to success in CWPPRA that helps us make up progress so quickly is the 5 federal agencies and the state and the local communities all working together. And CWPPRA brings us together to these forums to communicate needs and to build projects.